In all my research about debit cards, there are two that stand out particularly because of their overall function and practicality. The Point Rewards debit card and the Discover Cashback debit card. They stand above the rest because they both offer 1% cashback on everyday spending. But there are some major differences between the benefits of these cards. We'll look at 7 categories and compare these two cards so you know which one is best for you. And let's get into it right now. Hello there, my name is Caleb. If this is your first time here and you want to learn more about personal finance or even just what the best rewards debit card is for you, then start now by hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Alright, I've got 7 categories in which we're going to compare these two cards. Fees, cashback, customer service, other rewards and benefits, ATMs, paying others, and insurance. Let's look at fees to start. When it comes to fees, Discover wins out by quite a bit actually. The Discover Cashback Debit Card has no fees at all. Straight up. You know how much I hate fees. The Point Card, on the other hand, has an annual $100 fee. It used to be $50, but they just recently bumped it up to $100. But that's the only fee. Fairly straightforward for both cards, but Discover wins. Well, this is my second video in a row where I'm filming during the day, so we're probably gonna get some light fluctuation. Number 2, straight up 1% cashback. The Discover Cashback Debit Card has 1% cashback on all purchases up to $3,000 per month. And the Point Card offers unlimited 1% cashback throughout the month. So for example, back in July, I ordered all the materials for a shed that we're building and it cost $8,300. If I had ordered with Discover, I would have maxed out at $30 of cashback and wouldn't have gotten any more cash back throughout the month of July. As it stands, we used the Point Card and got back $83. And we still got 1% back on all purchases made throughout the rest of the month. Now keep in mind, this is an outlier purchase. I'm not purchasing sheds every month, thank goodness. But when you do have those large purchases, it's nice to know that you don't max out your cashback benefits. Point Card wins the cashback category. Number 3, customer service. When it comes to customer service, both are actually pretty good. I've contacted both in multiple ways and I haven't had any complaints. Point has been fairly quick to respond every time that I've contacted them. Most of the time it's through text, and during their normal business hours, they normally respond in about 15 to 20 minutes. And I've always gotten my questions answered. Discover, on the other hand, prides itself on 24/7 customer service, which I'll say is a huge benefit. While Point is quick at responding when they are open, they aren't open 24/7, which is understandable since they're a fairly small outfit. It's nice to know that with Discover, you can call them up anytime if you have any concerns about fraud or literally anything else associated with your account. Discover wins customer service. Number 4, extra cashback and benefits. It's really pretty hard for Discover to compete in this category. We've already determined that Point is better for straight up cashback. But what about other benefits that they provide? Discover is pretty traditional in this regard. They have straight 1% cashback and nothing beyond that in terms of monetary benefits. They have no fees though, but this is where Point makes up for its $99 annual fee. For one, they have certain brands where you receive a higher percent cashback. They call these access rewards. Some of the ones that we use the most are the ones for Amazon, coffee shops, and Chipotle. And at the time of this filming, it's 5% back on all 3 of these brands, as well as a bunch of other brands. You get the first 1% back when you make the purchase, and then Point adds the other 4% to your account about a month later. Second, Point has regular streaks where you get a certain amount of cash back, usually $30, if you spend $200 in a streak of purchases over 5 consecutive days. This isn't hard for us because we have so many needs for house projects that these are purchases that we make anyways. And since we've gotten the card at the beginning of June, they've had 4 streaks, which has paid back the $99 fee and then some. Point wins the extra rewards and benefits. Number 5, ATMs. When it comes to ATMs, I'm just gonna say it probably depends on what kind of person you are. I don't use ATMs very often at all. Discover has 60,000 plus ATMs nationwide that you can use for free. Point just gives you an $8 ATM credit to use on up to 2 withdrawals per month from any ATM worldwide. So chances are within the United States, you probably have a Discover friendly ATM nearby. But as long as you don't need a ton of cash during the month, the fact that you can use the Point Card to get cash for free from any ATM is a huge benefit. I'm sorry, it's a cop-out, but I'm calling it a draw. Number 6, paying others and getting paid. Point is rather disappointing in this regard. The only way to fund your Point account at the moment is through bank transfers, direct deposit, and through using another debit card to transfer cash to it. And the only way to pay others through it, at least at the moment, is to go to an ATM and just pull out some cash. And that's pretty inconvenient. Discover, on the other hand, provides free checks for you to use and mobile deposits, so you can take a check and deposit straight into your account from your their app. Plus, they're linked up with Zelle, which allows you to pay and get paid very easily for dinner and activities as you do with others. Discover wins by a long shot. Number 7, added insurance. This isn't one that I would have thought to put on a list like this until we got the point card. Discover offers a no liability guarantee, which means that if there is fraud, then you won't be held responsible for the fraud. And that's great because it gives some extra purchasing confidence while you're using it. But it doesn't hold a candle to Point because Point is issued through MasterCard. Get this, through MasterCard you get zero liability coverage, which is basically the same thing as what Discover has. Plus you get phone insurance, new purchase insurance, trip cancellation insurance, and car rental insurance. So for the trip that Bailey and I are taking to Utah, it's nice to know that there's a little extra insurance for the rental car that we're getting. Point wins for the insurance. Now before we look at who wins this total competition, we gotta thank our sponsor, Wedding Rings. My cousin just got married this weekend, so marriage is on the mind. Not only do wedding rings symbolize a commitment and let people know that you're not on the market, they also serve as great spinners, as my other cousin mentioned. Can we cut to the Tiny Desk wedding cam? Yeah, that's hours of fun right there. If we add them all up, we get 3 wins for each, plus a tie on ATMs. So we gotta look at the benefits overall to determine which one is best. You've got Discover, which has no fees, more accessible customer service, and much better ways of paying others. Then you've got Point, which has better cash back, more ways to earn, and a lot of good insurance benefits that you wouldn't have otherwise. But when I compare the two, I have to go with Point because since we got it in early June, we've earned enough in streaks alone to cover the $99 fee. And with it being at least 1% cash back on every purchase with no limit, you really can't beat that. They still have great customer service, they're just not available 24/7. And yes, it doesn't have any good ways to pay others, but if I really have to do that, then I'll just get some cash. Or use Venmo or Cash App or another bank account. Now I know this video is somewhat subjective and not necessarily a scientific way of comparing the two. Some people it might just be better to get the Discover because you don't have any fees, and if you're not using it a lot, then that's better for you. Or maybe you need the ability to write checks to people. I get that. I'm just trying to walk you through the way that I analyze this kind of thing for us. Regardless, both cards are excellent in my opinion. They stand above the rest because of the everyday purchase reward versus just getting like 5% back on very specific company purchases. There's a lot more benefit to that 1% because of how many super normal things we pay for that wouldn't get cash back otherwise, like our phone bill. Now I made some more in-depth videos about these cards if you want to check that out up here. You'll get some more information about some of the finer details of these cards. And if you want to sign up with either, you can use the links that I have in the description down below. Now there's no bonus for signing up with Discover, but if you use the link for Point, you'll get back $100 if you use it for $1,000 worth of bills, expenses, and purchases within the first 30 days of having it. That's like a free annual membership, and everything beyond that is icing on the cake. Now, if you found this valuable, then do me a favor and hit the like button because it helps my channel out tremendously. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to keep up to date on all things personal finance. And remember, money doesn't have to be confusing. You can control it. If you'd like to see another video from my channel, you can check out this video up here. And if you'd like to see a playlist all about rewards debit cards, then check out this playlist down here.